And we're live. Good evening, Carol and John shoppers. We are coming to you a little early because this table is full, and we're going to get right to it. We've got a couple first appearances. The only announcement is the same announcement I've had for the past few weeks, is that Late Night Comics this month of February, with its freaky small number of days, is going to be on the 4th Thursday of the month. So it'll be the 27th. Thank you. And we will be here for that. I think we're doing the standard $1 comics, or if you get 100 or more, they become 50 cents. So that's cool. Talked to some guys who were like jonesing for it. Have to wait an extra week today. That was kind of fun. But let's do first appearances. And I mean, if you want to take a look real quick, this whole side of the table is Marvel, and it is very stacked together. So there are some awesome Marvel releases this week. There's some awesome DC releases this week. Image is fine. I'm just kidding. There's some good stuff. So we'll start with the DC first appearances. Zatanna, #1. What?
I said Image is mostly Spawn.
No, it's a lot of Spawn. Zatanna this week is the first appearance of the Lady White, who's like kind of a ghostly old magician. We don't know her deal yet. The New Gods this week is, I'm not even going to try with their names. Andrea was a saint and wrote them all down for me. But there's a new trio of sibling New Gods introduced in this, and they are all consonants, people. That's their name. Star Wars High Republic Fear the Jedi is the first appearance of a reporter in the Star Wars universe, or the High Republic universe, called Ril. What did we settle on? Dairo? D-A-I-R-O. Star Wars. Who knows? They'll change it later anyway. And then Exceptional X-Men is the first appearance of a tech mogul named Sheldon Xenos. And I don't think he likes mutants very much. I don't know. I don't read it. All the X-Men came out this week. All right. Let's start at the bottom. First things first. Previews. Diamond's still a little weird, but they're still putting out previews, and Heavy Metal's coming back, so that's pretty cool. Can't guarantee when, but it'll happen. And we got Volume 2. No, wow, way off. Volume 4 of the Scarlet Witch ongoing. We've got Miles Morales. They're on Volume 5 for that current ongoing. The whole miniseries of X-Men Heir to Apocalypse, which was super cool. It's like an X-Men contest of champions almost. Like Apocalypse is absolutely choosing the biggest and strongest mutant to kill the other guys and prove that they are the biggest and strongest. 2 epic collections from Marvel this week. You got X-Force Toy Soldiers, and you got Guardians of the Galaxy Quest for the Shield. And as always, I'll check in with John Shearer on the classic epics and see if there's anything that needs to be said.
X-Force, not really, but Guardians of the Galaxy is always the fun 90s, like Jim Valentino stuff. It's great.
Sweet. And then probably my trade paperback pick of the week here, yours, surely.
By far.
Garth Ennis and Steve Dillon gave you Punisher, Welcome Back Frank, one of the best Punisher stories ever written, and it has been reprinted, which is awesome. And then one big, beautiful hardcover from Marvel this week is Jack Kirby's covers for Marvel, all in a classic large format for $44.99, under $50.
Best under $50 you can spend.
Sipping my tea. We're not making that sign. Great reprints from Marvel this week. Ultimate Wolverine #1 was a smash hit. We sold out instantly, so we reordered a bunch more, and then I mistakenly reordered more on top of that. But that's neither here nor there, because it's an awesome book. It's well timed too, because up further on the table you've got Ultimate Wolverine #2. But we got some covers available for the reprint. There's your cover A. Your cover B is blank, and your cover, or your 1 in 25 variant here, is $40. The design variant, probably super sought after. Honestly, I was pricing variants yesterday, and I was being very generous. Right?
I can attest to that. Yes.
John Jay was looking over my shoulder like, but it sold for $50. I'm like, 30. Let's go. Couple more reprints from Marvel this week. Deadpool Wolverine #1. #2 just came out last week, so if you want to get caught up, but there's the reprint for that one. Magic #1 got reprinted, which has been great so far. Issue #1 was really awesome, so ordered a couple of those with a new fresh cover. There's your cover A, and your cover B is blank. Oh yeah, my bad. New Star Wars stuff this week gets us Ahsoka #8. There's your cover A. There's your cover B. I'm loving those lightsabers. And the Fear the Jedi for the High Republic era. I absolutely ignored Kyle when he tried to tell me where this fit in.
It's the final battle between the Nile and the Jedi.
Oh, okay, word.
Coming on the end of the High Republic, I think.
At least in Marvel.
Yeah.
Hopefully not everywhere. There's your cover A. There's your cover B. And there's your cover C. Everybody's going to want the ones with the twins on it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody. The Alien side of Marvel this week, my most excitement of Marvel was for Aliens versus Avengers #3. It did not disappoint. It is absolutely taking into account kind of recent Marvel comeuppances as far as like X-Men being on Mars and who takes over as what role in like Captain Marvel and Spider-Man, that kind of thing. It hits really hard. If you are a Mr. Sinister fan, this is an issue for you.
Yes.
We were all just guffawing about it a couple minutes ago. So I know everybody's really into this series. I don't need to overtalk it, but it is awesome. There's your cover A. Here's your cover B. And there's your cover C. And then we have a 1 in 25 variant that was crazy priced up, but really cool. $20. So that's great for 125. Oh, yeah. And one more Aliens for Marvel this week is Alien Paradiso. They're on #3 of their miniseries. There's your cover A. Here's your cover B.
That's such
Which is
a
terrifying.
harsh
It's so
cover
bad.
B.
Ultimate Marvel this week gives us 2 books. The first one being Ultimate Wolverine #2. Still really, really solid. I'm not going to say they're blowing me away with this story yet, but you definitely get to see the not American side of the Ultimate Universe at the moment, and they're evil jerks, and it's awesome. They're really leaning into Colossus being just an a-hole extraordinary. There's cover A. Cover B is great. Here's your cover C by Lionel Yu. And then we have a really fantastic, if you want to take a close look at it, 1 in 25 variant for $20. The only facsimile edition for Marvel this week is X-Men 132, which is the first appearance of the Hellfire Club? Or is it too early?
No, it's too late.
I don't know
for that.
things about comic books, so
It's
I'm kind of hoping you do.
No, it's just another one of the Byrne Claremont like awesome issues.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to pay out the butt for it. It's
Right.
$5. Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man quickly taking off on Disney Plus with new episodes, and I've heard it's adored. Is that the word?
Yep.
All right. There's your cover A. Love this cover B. And cover C, the animation variant. Ultimate Black Panther is the second of the Ultimate books this week. They're on #13. There's your cover A. Cover B. A very spiffy, shiny foil variant with many arms. And a 1 in 25 variant for $10. Oh, it's that Sorcerer Supreme they introduced a couple. That's right. All right. First of 2 Red Band books this week. You've got Daredevil Unleash Hell on issue #2. There's a great cover A. Cover B, Muse is playing a factor on the new Daredevil show on Disney Plus and in this book in a very weird, grotesque way. There's a reason these are in bags. And then your 1 in 25 variant, more Muse for $25. Werewolf by Night's the second Red Band book from Marvel this week. They're on #7. There's your cover A, and then there's your cover B by Kyle Holtz. Got another Daredevil book this week. Man, I'm doubling up all over the place.
Double Daredevil.
Double Daredevil. I like this Jersey Devil thing we were talking about. Too. We'll get to that in a second. Issue #18 of the current ongoing series. There's your cover A. Not a horrible Ramita cover.
No.
Not the other ones are boring. This one's fine.
No bonk.
Or just blank expressions. Cover A is great, as mentioned. There's cover B by Todd Knock, and cover C is your Human Torch variant. Infinity Watch is on issue #2. Phil Coulson wins. It's over. We can all go home. There's your cover A. Here's your cover B. Here's your cover C. And here's your cover D, the handbook variant. They're going to do one for each of the new Infinity Watch characters. Incredible Hulk is on issue #22. Still trucking, still awesome. I caught you reading it.
Yeah.
Nope.
That one should be a Red Band.
Oh, yeah, that was.
Oh, really?
Oh,
yeah. I'm going to check this one out. All right. I have my file.
It's the best horror book that you're not reading, and you should be reading it.
That comes right from the source.
Yeah.
Andrew's the one to ask. Cover B is one of the Mark Brooks animated variants. Cover C, fantastic, coming out of the shadows. And then a 1 in 50 animated variant for $35, which we're selling online for like $50. Again, when John's out of town, you just throw those variants around. I know. Deadpool came out last week. This is issue #11, but we didn't have any in the store because of shipping mishap. So Deadpool #11 is on the table for this week. If you'd like it, claim it. It is the crossover with the Deadpool gang hunting Miles Morales, and it's well timed that we got it back in because Miles Morales #30 came out this week, and that is the second part in the crossover. So there's your cover A for Miles Morales #30. Now we've got a truck ton of X books. First X book of the week is Uncanny X-Men. They're on issue number 10. Plenty of covers for that one. There's your cover A. Here's your cover B. A 1 in 50 variant for $25 with that animated style. Another 1 in 50 variant for $20 with that, they're doing like character reveal covers. Second X book of the week is Exceptional X-Men number 6 with that first appearance in it. And I really like this cover A too. Even though
It's a solid cover A.
There's your cover A. Here's your cover B. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Cover C and a 1 in 50 variant for $15. So that's a kind of fan favorite characters for pretty cheap. Laura Kinney Wolverine is on issue number 3. There's your cover A. Here's your cover B, the animated. X-Force is on issue number 8 of the ongoing, and there's your cover A. Cover B, kind of doing character variants for those two. The 1 in 50 variant for $15, and I can think of one very specific person who will probably comment and claim that. No?
Yep.
All right. And then one cover, though, for Nyx number 8. Right?
NYX.
God bless it. Amazing Spider-Man is on issue number 68. We're getting close to the end of the run, close to the end of the story arc. And, I mean, it's no surprise because it's been like 6 issues now. Peter dies. Spider-Man's dead. Sorry.
Yep.
Bummer.
Spoiler alert.
It's called The 8 Deaths of Spider-Man, so I think we're on death number 6 or 7. Or 3 million, actually. There's a Scotty Young deaths cover for that one. And a 1 in 25 variant revealing the X-Men team up in this issue. Mystique is on issue number 5. Maybe my favorite cover A in a great week of cover A's. And now we're into the greatest tie-in to ever grace our comic shop in the history of tie-ins ever, right?
I mean,
Maybe not.
other than Secret Invasion.
I can't stop talking about One World Under Doom. Number 1 came out last week. We have some more coming in. If you missed it, it's going to be a 9-issue miniseries. But it's going to shatter the rest of the Marvel Universe starting this week. The first tie-in with an ongoing series is Storm. They're on issue number 5. So there's your cover A for that one. There's your cover B. Then we got a bunch of number 1s for miniseries to go along with One World Under Doom. Thunderbolts Doomstrike is a fantastic Thunderbolts issue 1. Like, they don't screw around with, like, the nuclear arsenal of the world and really, like, making sure that this story fits in a Doom world. We all enjoyed this issue a lot. So if you've been looking forward to a new Thunderbolts book, you got it. It's a great Bucky book. His cat's in it, which sells it for me.
Yep.
We've got cover A right there, cover B with Songbird, and then a 1 in 25 variant for $12. Another great cover A, Doom Academy number 1, does kind of follow the Strange Academy formula where we're really doing like kind of Scooby-Doo mystery stuff with the kids, but it is all in the context of Doom now runs your life. But that's not always a bad thing. It's not bad. So another good tie-in, another good number 1, and more great covers. So there's cover A. Here's cover B, which I really appreciate. I like a good spell book. Cover C kind of feels like a close-up of cover B. And then cover D. A, B, C, I got it. Okay. Yeah, whatever. X Factors on issue number 7. Also a One World Under Doom tie-in. So there's your cover A for that one. There's your cover B. And there's the 1 in 50 animated variant for $20. And top of the table, another One World Under Doom tie-in is Weapon X-Men number 1 with a fantastic Alex Ross cover. This is the team. He's not just throwing characters out there.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty classic kind of X-Force feel. There's a little bit of twists and turns as far as who's on whose side, but I really enjoyed this issue. It's kind of pure comic fun. Stuff blows up when you least expect it. People get punched who shouldn't get punched by other people. It's just a really, really good, solid tie-in, and these dudes should not be in Latveria, and they learn that very quickly the hard way. There's your cover A. Here's your cover B. Look at those morons. Your cover C is the animated cover price variant. There's a 1 in 25 cover for $12, and then there's the 1 in 50 animated cover for $20. Don't see Chamber on more than one cover too often.
No.
You really,
no.
really,
It-
really do
It's
not.
been a long time since the Generation X days. Then DC, their big number 1 is Zatanna. So after the 5-issue miniseries, now we have what is supposedly a ongoing series.
I think it'll go the way of Poison Ivy, where
yeah.
like it's so good they're just gonna make sure it sticks around.
But yeah, because this one is really good. If you know nothing about Zatanna, she's a magician. You get to read her words backwards, figure out what spell she's casting,
Still,
and there is a very cool. I mean, they introduced the white spirit,
the
lady white,
as if her last name were White. Like,
yes.
Oh, the Lady Rothschild, but
Yes.
Lady
Lady White. She is a old school like actress, but ghost, and steals all of Zatanna's crew, and bad things happen.
White.
It's
Oh,
great.
she trucks them through a bunch of classic movie posters.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
kind of great.
Yeah. So great first issue. Good job. Great art too.
Freaking
So
great artwork, yeah.
there's your cover A. Micah did a cover B. There's your cover C. Spiffy Shiny cover D. And then a blank for the last one. Wonder Woman number 18. Maybe the first DC book we all read this week. Wonder Woman is she's almost like Pepe Le Pewing it like to the bad guy. Very, very deliberately and slowly making her way towards him and just beating everything in her path. It's fantastic. And what's in her path right now is the White House. It's great.
Are you glad I didn't tell you?
I'm very glad.
I'm glad I didn't tell you.
It's so good. So there's your cover A. And Cheetah makes a wonderful appearance in this.
Mhm.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, cover A, $15 1 and 25 variant for that one there. Batman Robin year one. This is the first time Batman meets Clayface. It's pretty great. So there's your cover A, and then you got your $10 1 and 25 variant for that one there. Jenny Sparks is on issue number 7, and it is its final issue, oversized. So you get your final Tom King Jenny Sparks story. Batman Superman World's Finest, issue number 36. It's got Swamp Thing, it's got Aquaman, it's got Mira, it's got Lori Lamaris. So every like Atlantean that Superman's ever been like hanging around with, all in there, and then Batman's just trying to keep things together. So there's your cover A, $10 1 and 25 variant for that one there. Nightwing's on issue 123, part 5 in that story arc, and then you got a really cool 1 and 25 variant for $15. Creature Commandos is on issue number 5, penultimate issue for that one. Titans on issue 20. It is a wonderful cover for that. The old school romance cover. Gotta love it. Beast Boy and Raven with the great bad guy reveal at the end. Catwoman's on issue 73. Still actually looking into her history within like her early days of being like a thief and how those early days are affecting her with a big giant murder mystery. So there's your cover A. Cho did the cover B. Panosian did a cover C. Then we got a $15 1 and 25 variant for that one there. Shadow Cabinets on issue number 4. New Gods. Again, those new Gods. Number 3 of them in issue number 3. But we also have a very cool, weird cover. It's acetate cover for that one there. Questions number 4. Yeah, that's Cyborg Superman. No, yep. First facsimile, Crisis, penultimate issue, issue 12 of Crisis. And
I
then
feel like that's been going on for like 15 years, these facsimile editions.
because it has.
Okay.
So yeah. Second print for New Gods number 2. That book's been doing really well for us, so everybody seems to like it. Batman 611, another one of the Hush ones. These are coming out really quick, way faster than the Crises. So there's your cover A, and then you've got a spiffy shiny foil for that one there.
How many parts was that total?
12.
Okay.
Yeah. And then collections. DC's Finest Harley Quinn, Birth of the Mirth, is all the early Harley Quinn stuff, from the animated stuff, from the Alex Ross covered one, from the No Man's Land stuff, which is in there and is, I just reread it again, is an incredibly potent stuff. So that's all there in one big DC Finest. Red Hood the Hill, the whole collection's there. Prez when they did it like back in the whole new style version of Vertigo. They've got that whole collected edition in a hardcover. Just Society, Long Live the JSA is volume 2 in hardcover for $24.99. Shazam volume 2, we've got that one. And then Brave and the Bold, Book of Destiny is bringing back the Mark Waid, George Perez stuff because it's awesome. Beast of Burden, the Omnibus, Evan Dorkin and Jill Thompson have created a beautiful book about dogs and cats that are stopping every bit of supernatural stuff that they can come across. And it is glorious. It's $30, all collected. $30 bucks.
$30?
Yes, it's fantastic. Worth every penny.
Why are Marvel and DC collections so expensive?
I don't know. You'd have to bring that up to them.
Wasn't asking you.
Stranger Things, Dungeons and Dragons, issue number 1, Rise of the Hellfire. So you got your cover A and your very cool cover B. From the World Maya Threats, The Brood is on issue number 3. There's your cover A and your cover B.
Ooh.
And then,
Did you read this?
Oh yeah,
You did.
oh yeah.
Good deal.
Let this one be a devil. I read it first thing this morning, actually, before I went to work.
That's a weird thing to start your morning with.
It really was, but I read it after Wonder Woman. So, but James Tynion has crafted a story about the origin of the Jersey Devil, and it is creepy and cool and glossy pages and really nice book. I love the fact that they call it a true weird story because, I mean, if you believe in the Jersey Devil, it is a true weird story. So
it takes place in 1909. It kind of gave me vibes like the movie The Witch, where you're really isolated in your homestead. So if you have a problem or you need to figure something out, you're talking to like some townspeople who aren't the most educated people in the whole world, and they're, you know, superstitious and weird. But that monster is creepy, as you're about to see.
Oh,
on
yeah.
That cover.
So there's your cover A, and there's your Jersey Devil. Oh my gosh. Cover B, and then cover C, also really creepy. TMNT, the Mirage Years. So everything from 93 to 95, $60 in a hardcover. Gotta love it. It's all been out of print for so long. Get it in a hardcover.
It's volume 1 too. They're doing more.
Yeah. They're reprinting Godzilla, Kingdom of Monsters, the Eric Powell stuff. They've got issue 1 in a spiffy, shiny foil variant. But next to that, Godzilla Heist. It's everything you want from a heist film where they're just banking on Godzilla to cause so much destruction that they can steal everything they want during that destruction. So there's your cover A. We thought Godzilla was flipping like poker chips at the city, so it's great. And then your Reservoir Dogs cover B. My favorite book of the week, Lenore, The Time War. Like Lenore and her friends have been sent all different places in time. If you've never read it, it's great. It's hilarious. Worth every penny. There's your cover A. There's your cover B. And then there's your Cthulhu cover C. And when Lenore makes fun of Cthulhu, it's wonderful. Craig Thompson's Ginseng Roots. All 12 issues collected in a hardcover. It's beautiful. It's a whole memoir of his life, and it's great. Jim Henson Presents is on issue number 2. So there's cover A. And then there's your cover B. Rick and Morty, Rickomania, one shot. All there. So what about a snake coming out of an eye, Kyle?
Yeah.
No go? No go?
Not just out of the eyeball, but like
one.
So yeah, Epitaphs from the Abyss. It's number 8. We'll just hide that for you.
what a horrifying cover.
Oh, it's great. Yeah. And then you've got your $8 1 in 10 variant for that there. Thundercats has its volume 2 collection collected there. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, it's the Eltarian War in full collection. Eltarian?
God, you Philistine.
Yeah. Yojo is on issue number 4, and it's wonderful. I just love the fact that Cobra Commander is still just the worst dude ever. He is great. So there's your cover A, your cover B, your cover C, 1 in 10, $8 variants,
I
and
love
then
Lady Cobras so much.
Lady Cobras, and then a $12 1 in 25 variant for that one there.
Like I had a new thing unlocked. For
Did
me
you?
with that cover?
Power Fantasy's on issue number 6.
I'm not ashamed of it.
Oh no, yeah. Holy Roller by Rick Remender and Andy Samberg's on issue 9 of 9.
Last
It's
issue.
final one.
Mhm.
Yep. World Tree is on issue number 13. Lucky number 13. Doll Parts Lovesick Tales on issue number 3. There's your cover A and your cover B. Patchwork Girl of Oz is on issue number 2. And then we get a Spawn. So Spawn collection.
Spawn Row.
Sin's War, fully collected. Scorches on volume 5. Deadly Tales of Gunslinger Spawn, issue number 3, cover A, and then your cover B. Rat City's on issue number 11, and then King Spawn's on issue number 42. Man, 42 issues. Can't believe that.
That's wild.
It's insane,
like
isn't it?
it feels like it was last year that
I know.
just perked up.
Crazy. Killer Be Killed, we sold it instantly last week, so now we got another one in.
Good
because
decisions
it's-
were made by one.
Yes, there we go. Rogue Sons on volume 4. Remote Space by Cliff Rathburn. We've got the whole collection there. And then Criminal, because you can't get enough Criminal. It's the Dead and the Dying. Fantastic. Like, if you just want to dip your toes into Criminal, just buy any one of these trade paperbacks. Hilo's on volume 10, I think. 11. Gotta love it. So, way to go, Judd Winnick. And then Zootopia's on issue number 2. And Powerpuff Girls, Valentine Kissy Face Special. Issue number 1.
You don't have to
One
read the
shot.
whole special.
Of course I
It was a
did.
Valentine's
Of
special.
course I did.
So yeah, it's such a full table that everything's hanging off the bottom. That's how you can
So buy stuff so we can move it back up.
tell. Yeah. So we can put out all
Payment.
the stuff that's piled back there. That's it.
Yeah.
You didn't say anything. You want to say anything?
I said enough.
All right.
Did you like
Told you to read Hulk.
and let this one be the devil?
Yeah.
Man,
This
the
would
way
be
that
devil.
that line plays into the actual story is so good.
I was
yeah.
not expecting that flashback.
Oh yeah.
No. So yeah, come and grab some horror stuff in February and get a Valentine's special for Powerpuff Girls while you're at it. Thank you for joining us a little early for this very full table. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening, and we'll see you tomorrow for your comic.